Out of theater reaction here for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, my most anticipated movie of the year, easily one of my most anticipated movies of my lifetime, and I gotta say, this hit the bar, it raised the bar for video game movies. They've been getting better and better with Sonic 2, Mario. This one is just like on another level. You'll see what I mean. In that last 30 minutes, people keep talking about the last 30 minutes. It was nuts. We go wild. This movie is not the it's not a perfect movie, but it's a perfect Sonic movie. Sonic is a character that's crazy. He annoys people. He's a nerd. He likes pop culture, so his brain moves fast. So I don't get mad about any of that. I like all the references. It's like Deadpool, but PG. But this movie does have crude humor with Jim Carrey. He's on fire. The dialogue for Robotnik is just brilliant. Gerald was pretty good. I found Gerald to be a little, because in the games he's more serious. I found Gerald to be one of the weaker elements. I liked Ivo's reactions to him, but Gerald in those scenes he was really trying and he was hamming it up, but it just wasn't landing for me. I thought Knuckles was really good. I'm a huge Knuckles fan. I didn't like the show, but they don't really bring much from the show, thankfully, because that show was a waste of time. This movie is not a waste of time. It's for the fans. That's all I'm going to say, is it gets pretty crazy, and I just couldn't believe what I was witnessing with my eyes. This movie really goes all out, and it's just crazy to see Sonic on such a big scale treated like this. I had tears a lot. The first, like, 10 seconds, they hit a music note, maybe not, I don't know, it was early in the movie. I was just overflowed by emotion, and it really set the tone for what I was about to experience as a huge Sonic fan, especially modern Sonic, 3D Sonic. Adventure 2 is such a beloved game, and I play that every other year. I know it like the back of my hand, and to see some of the stuff I saw in this movie and hear some of the sound cues, I feel so seen, and it just makes me feel like I'm in a simulation. How is shit like this real? Got my Shadow chain on my shirt. I'm wearing this proudly. I think they do Shadow perfectly. They do him so much justice. And Keanu, I've always thought he can be wooden, but I like the wooden aspects of John Wick. He's not bad here at all. People are saying he's kind of wooden. I thought it worked perfectly. I think it's really smart to get a popular guy to play this character. So he's a fan favorite, but for common audiences, I think this really will work and they will connect to him and understand him. I think they did so much with his backstory and Maria, and it was just delved into way more than the games, and I couldn't believe how much time they really gave it. I was in love with all that. Almost every backstory scene had me emotional. The action scenes were fucking crazy. The bike chase, seeing Shadow on his motorcycle was nuts. Everything was just really, really surreal to see. I'm gonna have to see it multiple times. The crowd loved a lot. We were cheering. We were crying. I will say I was a little more overwhelmed by like the first initial theater reaction from like No Way Home. I couldn't believe what I was seeing there. But this, I was definitely in a state of shock. So when I see it again, it's really gonna I'm gonna be able to digest it with my eyes. But yeah, it really worked. I'm so happy as a Shadow fan. Tails was really good too. I thought all the crew was balanced very well. The entire cast, even Tom and Maddie, were used better than they had been, in my opinion. Everybody hates the human characters. They are the backseat. This movie is a chaotic, nerdy, wet dream. And some people that aren't nerds, it might be off-putting or kind of annoying at points. But for me, that's kind of the charm of Sonic. Some of his games are annoying, and he's an annoying character, but that's what works about him. When you understand that, I think you can really see the beauty in these movies. That sounds like such a backhanded compliment, but it's the truth. These movies are really doing a lot, and I think with the fall of superhero movies in Hollywood and how everybody's kind of over that, video game movies are taking over. Mario was a huge success, and it really made us happy. Sonic 2 was great, and then this one is just like a damn smack in the face. It's like, holy shit, they are for real with this. I hope we build more of a universe and make more. We got a Zelda movie coming out in a few years, and I would like to see a Smash Bros. Movie. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds like something you'd say on MySpace in like 2005, but with where we're at in cinema, I think it's a perfect opportunity to jump on it. And if they illustrate it like they did in this movie with the way they shot some of the action, it can be a fucking just a huge success and badass in every way. But yeah, I'm very happy to say this is definitely the best video game movie ever. I knew it would be. I'm biased because I love Sonic Adventure 2. This is one of my favorite movies ever. It was before it even came out when I saw the first trailer. I can't believe I get to see my favorite video game character, Shadow, on the big screen. I'm going to see this again tomorrow and Saturday. This is, right off the bat, I'd give it like a 4.5 out of 5. I'm not going to say it's a perfect 10. There's some things that aren't perfect, but everything with Shadow was perfect. I really liked Jim Carrey as Ivo. Didn't love as Gerald as much, but it might grow on me on future watches. And yeah, in the Chow Garden, so many cool things. It's just a lot. I'm trying to process it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm stunned and very impressed. Great job to Jeff Fowler. I love this director. He's obviously listening to the fans, and he obviously has been since the beginning when he changes the design. And yeah, we need more studio creators like that, not Sony making stupid fucking Craven movies that nobody in the world is asking for. These guys are listening and they're delivering fun movies, and I think this will be a big one for common audiences that aren't into the nerdy stuff. I think they do enough with Shadow and all that to really grab onto and to get into the story. Because like my girlfriend, certain people don't really care about Sonic. I think they might get something out of this. And it's good for the family. It's good for the family, but for the nerds, we are eating. Wow, 4.5 out of 5 for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Thank you, Jeff Fowler.